If you have your bolster and your block, kind of set it like this, because we'll start like this today. So just your block on the lower setting, or you can have it higher. If you have it higher, you have 2 blocks, maybe do that. Or if you don't have blocks, just find a way to kind of stack up your bolster so it's kind of at an incline, right? And then it's up to you how you want to start. If you have a blanket, I would have a blanket, but maybe you want to start with your back on the bolster. You can have your knees dropping together. However feels good for you on the legs. You can bring the feet together, or you can also come into a supported child's pose. So it's kind of just feeling into your body, into your space, to see how you want to kind of usher in this sacred time. Yeah, whatever works, get that incline going. Yeah. This class kind of our bridge from morning to afternoon. This sacred space. Let's really sink into this time. Whether you're on your back or you're lying with your heart beating into the cushions. Just finding the natural breath, not trying to change the breath. But noticing that the breath is here with us. Noticing that the breath is within us. And that the breath sustains us. Maybe draw your next inhale into your third eye point. That's that spot on the forehead that's kind of between the eyebrows and up just a little bit. And let the breath go. And inhale, drawing the breath to the third eye point. And letting the breath go. And if it feels right for you, just continuing with that inhale to the third eye. Inviting in the inner witness to be here with us. And then maybe the next inhale, directing it to our throat chakra. That space, the base of the throat, just between that little dimple where the clavicles meet. Directing our breath to that energy center. Inviting our inner listener to this space. Inviting our inner listener, inviting our witness, so we can journey within in order to hear and see a deep inner truth. Maybe your next breath sinking into that inner truth, as if it were like candle wax. It just melts with that light, melting into your inner truth. And then your next couple rounds of breath, maybe directing it to your third eye or your throat chakra, or one to each. And then when you're ready, let's press up off of the bolster and just find a seated position. Maybe placing hands in the lap or bringing them to prayer position. See if we can feel that connection that flows and flows up the spine, out the crown of our head, connecting us to all beings. We will begin moving after chanting the sound of Om together. We'll let the resonance and the vibration of Om resonate with the prana within, and let that prana guide us through our movements, that resonating Om filling our shape today. So let's exhale and draw the breath in. Exhale for Om. Feel your prana matching the energy of Om. Feel that resonance within. And now you're welcome to stay seated for a couple more breaths. If you'd like to come to stand to Tadasana, mountain pose, you can do that as well. So whether you're seated or whether you're standing, just eventually making your way to mountain pose. And ground through your feet. Feeling your feet connecting to that Om within the earth. Resonating into the soles of the feet, filling your entire being from the ground up. And then out the crown of the head, connecting to that source of Om. Let's inhale, reach those arms up above the sky. Maybe turn the palms up. Bring the gaze up as if you're catching a snowflake on your tongue, your palms collecting those snowflakes. Bring the head back, pause. Then exhale, tilt the chin to the chest, palms come together. Bend the knees, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms to the side, up to the sky, catch those snowflakes, palms up. Maybe the tongue comes out of the mouth, but tilt the head back. And then exhale, palms flip down, chin to the chest. Exhale, fold it forward. Do that a couple more times at your own pace. Letting that breath flow, the energy flow, that prana guiding our movements. And then be one more time, down And then when you rise up, pausing at the top, any variation with the hands, any variation with the gaze. And then maybe blink the eyes open if they're closed, bring the hands to the heart. If they're lifted, ground to that left foot. Step the right foot back, coming over the balls of the feet. Maybe the corners of the mouth reach up to the sky. Bring the hands above the head. Bring those thumbs kind of back towards, as if they were reaching for the heels. Heart lifts if you bring the head back. Catch that snowflake on your tongue, a slight back bend. Exhale, fold it forward. Frame the foot, lower the knee. Lift the arms up again once you get into that low lunge. Nice. Sweep the hands, palms down, reaching for the earth, and then down to the side, sweep them up. And then we'll just kind of sweep up, out to the side, hinge down as the arms come down, and then rise up. So when we float those arms down, we hinge at the waist, bow over that leg, and then reach up off the leg, arms to sky. Nice. One more time. Hands come down, heart reaches for the thigh. Rise up, hands reach. Exhale, bring hands to the heart. Yes, now exhale, twist towards the left. So the heart is in the same direction as that bent leg. And then we'll exhale, bring the arms open. And then pause. Arms reaching short edge to short edge. One more breath in. Now let's exhale, bring that right hand on the inside of the foot, or maybe it comes to the ground or a block, and then reach the left arm to sky. Maybe you close the eyes, and maybe you keep them open. And then we'll exhale, bring that left hand down to the left side of the foot. If you want, you can move the block out of the way, or you can keep the block there, but let's step that left knee back. And then you can move the block away, bring the sits bones up and back, downward facing dog. You can bring the chin to the chest. Maybe you nod the head, shake the head, bend the knees if you want. Come on the balls of the feet. And then we'll inhale, step the right foot forward, lower that left knee down. And then when you get grounded and you feel that support, rise up with the arms to sky. You got it, breathe in. Then exhale, those palms float down as we hinge over that leg. And then inhale, sweep them up in front, up towards the sky, lifting away from the thigh. Exhale, hinging to bow over that leg. Sweep the arms up with the heart. Exhale down. And then let's rise and stay here with the heart lifted. You can exhale, bring hands to the heart. On the next exhale, twist towards the right. And then if you want, you can open the arms up so fingertips reach short edge. Feeling some expanse within. Now exhale, bring hands back together. Shine that heart forward, and then we'll hinge at the waist again. Bring the hand maybe to a block or the inside of that right foot, and the right arm can go to sky. And on your next exhale, bring that hand down to frame the foot. Move that block out of the way. Let's send the hips back. Bring the toes of that right foot up to the sky. And maybe we stay with the heart lifted over the leg. Or if you feel like it's in your practice today, you can hinge and bow over that leg, bending the knee as much as you need to. Or that heart is lifted. See if you can connect with that vibration of Om in this shape. Now let's lift up from out of the bow if you're folded over. Now bring the left hand on the right side of that leg. So now both hands are on the right side of the leg. Maybe the fingertips are kind of towards the long edge. So the fingertips kind of point towards the long edge. And the gaze and the heart is kind of between those hands. Be noticing a different opening in the back of the leg. Now exhale, bring both That left hand on the left side of the leg, so hands frame the foot. Bring that left or that right leg to a bend, kind of rock forward, and then bring the knee back. Let's bring our knees super duper wide and maybe not so super duper wide and sit back, finding a child's pose. Or we can always find a puppy pose if that's too much on the feet or the hips. Just noticing where the prana takes you. Where does that life energy, where does the breath take us? And then we'll inhale to lift the heart, to bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees under the hips. And then step that left foot either between the hands or just forward. And then when you get that left foot grounded, bring the right knee back and then drop the hips back. Flex the left toes towards the sky. And then let yourself rest in our Ardha Hanumanasana, either folded over or the heart lifted. Breathing in the space. Just because we're still doesn't mean we hold our breath. We always breathe. That breath is the vehicle for prana. It's how that prana moves through the body. So invite it in. Exhale. And then we'll inhale to lift the heart, if it's not already, and then bring the right hand on the left side of the leg. So there's that little bit of a twist. Shoulders and fingers face the long edge of the mat. Finding that spot that feels just right for your physical body today. And then one more breath in. And now exhale to bring the hands back on either side of the leg. And now this time we're going to bring that left foot down as we bring the right foot off the back of the mat. Sweep the arms out to the side, finding Parigrahasana, or gate pose. Let's exhale, bring that right hand towards the earth or all the way to the earth. Maybe you need a block to rest that hand on. This is kind of a little, I like to call this a half moon. So I guess it's a quarter moon if you're good at fractions. But maybe you lift that left foot to the sky. So the right knee is grounded, the left foot's lifted. Or just keep that left foot down. Just kind of listening to your body, listening to your space. And then exhale, lower that foot down if it's not lowered already. Then lift the shoulders back over the hips. And in gate pose. Let's bring the arms up above the head. And then down to the heart space. And then draw that left knee in to meet the right. So we're on a high kneel. So knees are side by side. Let's send those hips forward. And kind of like we did earlier with our thumbs reaching for the heels, let's lift our arms above the head. And now bring those thumbs behind us as if they were reaching for the heels. The hips go forward, the heart lifts. Just a little variation of camel pose. Ustrasana. Breathe in. And now bring the shoulders back over the hips. And bring the hands back to prayer in front of the heart. Let's breathe in. Exhale, maybe we do that again. Send the hips forward, the arms come up. Those thumbs reach for the heels as we lift in and up in the heart. Head can tilt back. Now exhale, bring the shoulders over the hips. Bring the hands to the heart. Fold it all the way forward, bring the hands down. Knees can come wide, sit back, child's pose, or float the heart down to melt into puppy pose. Letting ourselves be just as we are. This journey into inner truth, this self-awareness being cultivated with every breath. And then exhale, let's rise up, kind of onto the hands and knees. And then we'll bring that right knee kind of close in. Swing that left foot back, and the right foot comes out. So now we're in our gate pose on the other side. If you want your block or anything that's similar to a block, bring it to your left side. And then bring the hips forward, bring the arms up over the head. Good. Exhale, bring the arms out like a T, just to kind of arrive in this space. Let's inhale, gather a breath above the head and the hands. And exhale, draw it back out. Fingertips reach for the short edges of the mat. And then exhale, bring that left hand towards the left side of the body, to the block or to the earth. And maybe you find your quarter moon, that right knee lifted, or that right heel lifted, or the right heel could be down. Maybe you pulse it up and down. Again, letting that prana be your guide. What does our energy really need? What does our spiritual being really need today? Does it need to pulse up and down? Does it even need to move that leg? Does it even need to be in this shape? Maybe it needs a shavasana. So wherever your spirit leads, let's bring that foot down if it's not there already. Bring the arms back out like a T. Good. Exhale, bring hands to the heart. And lift the arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold it forward, walking the hands far, far, far in front. That right leg can stay out to the side. So we're kind of in a puppy pose with the right leg out, breathing in and out. And now exhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring that right knee in to meet the left. Let's bring our knees wide. Let's sit back in our child's pose. And now inhale, let's come into tabletop. Again, and then send that left foot out to the side. So the left leg is out, and then walk the hands forward. Again, a variation of our puppy pose. If that doesn't feel good on that left leg, then bring the knee in and just find a regular puppy. Now exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders. Draw that left knee in. So now the knees are side by side, and maybe just wag that tail. So sway the hips to one side, and then sway the hips to another. Just back and forth with those hips. Now on your next exhale, bring yourself to stillness. And if you're facing the long edge of the mat, just kind of make your way so the fingertips point to the front edge of the mat. And now if you're kind of on your long edge of the mat, kind of like we normally are, let's walk those knees back, walk the hands forward, come down into our stomachs. Tops of the thighs to the earth, tops of the feet, stomach, the rib cage. Just rest the forehead on the hands for a breath. And then we'll exhale. Come up onto the forearms. They don't have to be underneath the shoulders, those elbows. Just gonna bring the forearms so the chest is lifted just a little bit, and then bring the soles of the feet to the sky. And let's drop the feet out to the right. And then drop the feet over to the left. And then just gonna windshield wiper those legs across the space that we're in. Maybe noticing how one hip kind of lifts off the earth as we go to one side. Maybe noticing the entire spine from the base to the top of the spine as we move. Now bring the feet to the middle. Lower the legs down. Bring the feet mat distance apart. So the feet maybe are, and the toes are kind of in the corners of the mat. And now let's come onto those forearms, elbows kind of underneath the shoulders, heart beaming forward. The pubic bone presses down, the back body's active, finding a wide-legged sphinx. Shalamba Bhujangasana. Exhale. Now one more breath. Now exhale to lower down the stomach, coming onto kind of the bottom ribs. And now bring the right arm out past the corner of the top of the mat, and the left arm past that left corner of the mat. Maybe you tip the fingers if you had a soft ball underneath, and then lift the heart as you press the fingers down. The back body active. And now exhale, lower the stomach and the chest just a little to bring the palms down. So now the palms are on the floor. Maybe you bring the hands a little closer. Now straighten those arms. Feel the back body active. Try to keep the shoulders out of the ears. We're not scrunching the shoulders up, but the shoulders are down. The heart is lifted. our seal pose. Let's inhale. Exhale. Now one more breath in. Exhale, lower down onto the stomach. Bring the hands underneath the forehead, lower all the way down onto the back of the hands. And we'll breathe in. And then exhale, hands come underneath those shoulders and press back to puppy pose or press up and back to downward facing dog. Finding yourself wherever you need to be. And now from there, let's step our feet forward between the hands, meeting up in our mountain pose again. Maybe as you rise, you catch those snowflakes on the palms, tilt the head back, catch a snowflake on the tongue. And bring the hands back to the heart. Ground into the feet. Maybe the feet are hip distance, maybe the toes are touching, but find your mountain pose. And then we'll inhale, bring arms out like a T. Bend the knees, hinge at the waist, palms face down now, the heart hovers. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Now exhale, bring that left hand underneath the heart as the right arm reaches up, gaze up towards the right thumb or down towards that left thumb. And now exhale, bring that right hand to meet the left. And now bring that right arm right back up to sky. Yeah, we'll go side to side a couple times. Bring the right arm down again. Let's go right back up with that right arm. There we go. Now exhale, bring the right hand to meet the left. Sit those sits bones back. Let's rise up into chair. Any variation with those arms. Yes. Exhale, rise, straighten that spine, lengthen that spine, bring the hands to the side. Maybe ground over into that right foot, reaching that right arm down, that right leg. Little side bend. And then back up to the middle, and reach that left hand down the side, just dropping that hand down. And then back to the middle, inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms come out like a T, bend the knees, hinge at the waist, fold. Exhale, bring that right arm under the heart, left arm reaching for sky. And then just open and close for a few rounds of breath, that left hand to the right. And then reaching the left arm up. Left arm comes down, whatever your breath guides the movement. And we'll meet in our Ardha Uttanasana whenever you're ready. Yeah, now bend the knees, find your chair pose, Uttanasana. Exhale, bring the palms to meet. If they're not already, bring them in front of the heart. And now press the thumb knuckles into the heart. Exhale to fold into our half forward fold. So the heart hovers, hands are pressed against the chest, ground into that right foot. And now lift the left leg, bring it closer to the foot if it was wide, and then send that left foot back. Maybe it kickstands, maybe it lifts high. Finding your expression of Virabhadrasana 3, however that prana is leading you today. Maybe it leads your hands to the thighs or to blocks. Maybe it keeps that foot down. One more breath. On the exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right. Bend the knees slightly and then come up to stand. Releasing that extra effort in the right leg to be strong and tall. Exhale, ground into the left foot. We're going to send the right foot back to kickstand first. So feeling that little bit of support with that right foot. The left foot grounding. And then when you're ready, slightly bend the left knee and hinge the waist. Maybe the foot lifts, maybe it doesn't lift at all. Virabhadrasana 3. One more breath in. Exhale to bend that knee and sweep that right foot forward. Feet meet together at the front of the mat. Ground into both feet. Maybe release those hands down to the side of the body. Feel the energy out the fingers down through the soles of the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms out, sweep the arms up, fold it forward, exhale, Uttanasana. Now let's inhale, step it back to downward facing dog, planting hands, grounding the feet or the balls of the feet. Breathe in. Now exhale, lower down the knees, lower down the chest and the chin. And then we'll inhale up to cobra pose or baby cobra. Palms can hover and the heart lifts. Our hands can plant, press into the ground and lift the heart. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, lower down the knees, lower down the chest and the chin. And then our baby cobra, our cobra again, as we lift the heart, activate the back of the body. Press the hands down. Yes, good. Now exhale back to child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Another breath in. And exhale to let that breath go. And on an exhale, lift back up to downward facing dog. Curling toes under, planting hands. Imagine that heart reaching for the tops of the thighs. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. Letting your breath be your own pace. After your final breath, lower the knees and come into a seated position. Just like how we started class. Slowing down. Giving ourselves a moment to feel that prana. Maybe you chant the mantra Om in your own space and feel its resonance. Let's bring our next inhale to our third eye point. And exhale, let it go. Draw the breath in to your third eye. Exhale, release the breath. Release any tension. Breathe into your throat chakra. Exhale, let the breath go. Now allow yourself to drop into your breath, drop into your space. With the eyes closed, maybe bring your hands to prayer if they're not there already. And our next few movements, just continue with a moving meditation. Try to keep the eyes closed and just listen to the cues. On an exhale, maybe bring the soles of the feet together. You can bring your hands to your shins or keep them in prayer, but keep those eyes closed. And when you create that shape, draw your breath to your third eye, soles of the feet together. Maybe you hinge forward just a little bit. And be the witness and see yourself in this shape. Maybe your next breath, you hear the mantra Om as it moves through this seated butterfly. On the next exhale, bring your shoulders over your hips. If your heart was lowered over the feet, bring the knees together. Keep the eyes closed if you can. The feet come to the ground, the knees are bent. You can bring your hands just below the knees. So you're kind of leaning back. The feet are on the floor. The knees are to the sky. Now extend that right leg long. Bring the hands to that left shin. Lift through the crown of the head to stand or sit a little taller. The right leg is out, that left leg is bent. Keep the right hand on the left shin. And maybe exhale to bring that left hand behind you to twist the heart towards that left knee. And exhale, bring that left hand to the shin. The heart shines towards that right big toe. The left leg is bent. And then exhale, send the left leg long and then bend the right leg so the right foot's on the ground, the right knee is to the sky. The hands interlace on that right shin. Press the hands to the shin and feel the spine lengthen as you sit up a little taller. Exhale the left hand to the shin. The right hand comes behind us as we twist towards the right. Our moving meditation. And then exhale, bring that right hand back to the shin. The heart shines forward. Send the right leg long. Bring the hands to the side. Now make your way onto your back. However feels right for you. And when you get to your back, send your legs long and feel your body lengthen. Maybe you reach through the heels, point the toes. Roll the shoulders back and let those shoulder blades rest. Let the left leg be long. And now bring that right foot maybe towards the right or the left thigh. So we're in a reclined tree. So the knee on that right leg is bent. The right knee comes out to the side. Maybe feeling the mantra Om in your reclined tree. On an exhale, bring the right foot to the ground. The right knee faces the ceiling and then send the right leg long. Bend the left leg, the left foot comes to the floor, and let the left knee drop out to the side, the left sole of the foot facing the right inner leg. Relax the glutes and let yourself come into reclined tree on the other side. Let that right foot just relax. Maybe feel your body sinking into the earth. Whenever you're ready, you can bring that left knee to the sky, foot to the floor, and that left leg long, coming into shavasana. Whenever you're ready. Finding any expression of shavasana that feels right for you today. Allowing your subtle body to calibrate and absorb all the benefits of our practice of spiritual, emotional, mental, physical benefits of our yogasana practice. Just softening into your shavasana. Letting go of any effort in the face, the palms, the feet. Now making a conscious effort to bring our awareness to our breath. We'll just visualize our alternate nostril breathing as we remain on our backs. Visualizing the breath enter the left nostril and out the right nostril. Inhale in the right nostril. Exhale out the left. Inhale in the left. Visualize out the right. Inhale in the right. Exhale the left. Inhale left. Visualize out the right. Now inhale the right. And exhale out the left. And now just find your natural breath in the body. When you're ready, maybe floating over to one side. And then maybe your next breath brings you up to a seated position once again. Maybe closing with your hands in prayer or in your lap or any mudra with the hands. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.